Have you ever wondered why some people instantly seem trustworthy, while others create a negative impression before they even speak? Scientists have found that the human brain begins evaluating a person within seconds of seeing them, long before a conversation starts. Your posture, facial expression, clothing, eye contact, and confidence are already sending powerful signals. This isn't magic, it's psychology. Thousands of years ago, humans had to make split-second decisions about whether someone was a friend or a threat. Although our world has changed, our brains still work in a similar way. Every first meeting activates ancient mental shortcuts that influence how we see others. Understanding these hidden psychological processes can help you make stronger first impressions in interviews, friendships, business meetings, and everyday life. Hey there, everyone. Today, we're talking about how to keep love fresh. Firstly, plan some surprise events for your partner to heat up your relationship on memorable days. Being honest and open with your partner about your feelings is also important. Remember, love isn't just about feelings. It's also about actions. If you truly care for someone, you'll take the necessary steps to keep that love alive and vibrant. So here's a tip. Don't hesitate to express your feelings of affection toward your partner. They need to feel cherished too. Let's stay positive and keep love alive. The human brain is an incredible prediction machine. Every single day, it processes millions of pieces of information without us even realizing it. But because the brain cannot carefully analyze every person and every situation, it relies on shortcuts known as cognitive biases. These shortcuts help us make quick decisions, but they also explain why our first impressions are often wrong. Imagine walking into a room full of strangers. Within moments, your brain begins silently asking questions. Who looks friendly? Who seems confident? Who appears trustworthy? You don't consciously think about these questions, yet your brain answers them almost instantly. This process happens automatically because the human mind evolved to recognize patterns and respond quickly to possible opportunities or dangers. One of the most powerful cognitive biases is called the halo effect. This happens when one positive quality influences the way we judge everything else about a person. For example, if someone has a warm smile, dresses neatly, or speaks confidently, many people automatically assume they are intelligent, honest, and successful even when there is no evidence to support those conclusions. A single positive trait creates a halo that colors the rest of our judgment. The opposite is also true. Psychologists call this the horn effect. One negative feature, such as appearing nervous, making one mistake, or wearing untidy clothes, can cause people to unfairly assume many other negative things. Instead of judging the whole person fairly, the brain focuses on one small detail and allows it to shape the entire impression. Another fascinating bias is called confirmation bias. Once our brain forms an opinion, it naturally searches for information that confirms that opinion while ignoring evidence that challenges it. If someone believes another person is unfriendly, they may notice every serious expression, while overlooking every smile or kind gesture. In this way, the brain protects its first judgment instead of questioning it. These mental shortcuts are useful because they save time and mental energy. However, they can also lead to misunderstandings, unfair decisions, and missed opportunities. Someone who seems quiet may actually be deeply thoughtful. A confident speaker may not always be knowledgeable. A nervous student may become an excellent leader once they feel comfortable. First impressions tell only a small part of a much bigger story. Modern psychology reminds us that people are far more complex than our first judgments suggest. Every individual carries experiences, emotions, dreams, fears, and talents that cannot be understood in just a few seconds. The most meaningful relationships are built when we move beyond automatic assumptions and take the time to truly understand one another. The next time you meet someone new, remember this. Your brain will instantly create an opinion, but you don't have to accept that opinion as the final truth. Awareness of. Have you ever noticed how some people naturally attract attention the moment they enter a room? It may look like confidence is something they were born with, But psychology tells a different story. Confidence is not a gift reserved for a lucky few, it is a skill that can be learned, practiced, and strengthened over time. The first step is understanding that people remember how you make them feel more than the exact words you say. A genuine smile, calm body language, active listening, and respectful communication leave a stronger impression than trying to appear perfect. When you make others feel comfortable, valued, and understood, your presence becomes memorable. Psychologists also explain the importance of emotional intelligence. This is the ability to recognize your own emotions while understanding the emotions of others. People with high emotional intelligence don't just speak well, they listen carefully, notice body language, and respond with empathy. These simple habits create trust, and trust is the foundation of every meaningful relationship. Another important principle is consistency. You can create a great first impression, but if your actions don't match your words, that impression quickly fades. Real confidence comes from honesty, reliability, and treating people with kindness even when no one is watching. Over time, consistent positive behavior shapes a reputation that is much stronger than any first impression. Psychology also reminds us not to judge ourselves too harshly. Many people spend hours worrying about a small mistake they made during a conversation, while the other person has already forgotten it. This is known as the spotlight effect, the tendency to believe that everyone notices our mistakes far more than they actually do. Understanding this concept can reduce anxiety and help you interact with greater confidence. If you want to improve the way people see you, start with small daily habits. Stand with good posture. Maintain natural eye contact. Speak clearly and calmly. Show genuine curiosity about others. Smile sincerely instead of forcing it. Be patient, respectful, and authentic. These simple actions may seem small, but together they create a powerful psychological impact. So the next time you meet someone new, remember that you don't need to be perfect. You only need to be genuine, confident, and kind. Those qualities leave an impression that lasts far longer than appearance or first impressions alone. If you enjoyed discovering the hidden psychology behind human behavior, subscribe to the Psychology Lab Automation for more fascinating insights into the human mind. Every week, we'll explore new psychological facts, brain science, and practical techniques that can help you understand yourself and the people around you better. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the incredible power of your mind.